next step of this whole user management session variables thing, we needed to have our users in a database so we can actually authenticate them properly. This is the table that I asked you to create with a user ID, username, and a password, last name and first name, all these varchar 255s, and user ID, of course, is a primary key, and it is unique, and it is not empty, and it is auto increment. Looks slightly different here because I'm in MySQL Workbench, but it's exactly the same in Navicat. And I've added a user to this. So I have added a user, username SMH, password ASDF, not hashed yet, last name, first name. So in my app.py, what have I added? Firstly, I've added the usual import MySQL because we're using a database. This I copied from a different project, so I can access that database with a connection. And the only other changes that have been made are all in this login method. So let's have a little dig through here. Question method post, that's the same. Username, password. Oh, yeah, I should just double check. In this login form, I've obviously added a password field. Back to app.py. So, accessing the database. These again, copy and paste from a previous thing. Here's the SQL. What I have chosen to do is I said select from table users, where the username is going to be what we got from the form here, and the password is what we got from the form here. And you can see that being passed into the query. Now, if the username and password match, then we do not get an empty result. But if they don't match, we get an empty result. If we don't have the username and the password matching, then the length of the list that is returned is 0 and the login failed. But if we have more than 0 results, we'll only have one result, I presume, then we're logged in, and this is exactly what was in the previous thing. So let's see if that works. Give it a moment. So I'm going to try to log in. So if I just hit login, doesn't work. If I hit SMH and type in, mash the keyboard, that didn't work either. But if I type in SMH and ASDF was the correct password, magically I am logged in, and it wants me to remember my password. So that's that stage done. Next stage, let's hash those passwords.